Hello everyone, welcome to new video. Today I'm going to talk about nobody is watching my videos. I cannot go abroad with these views. It's really sad, but the situation is really clear, right? I'm just recording videos and approximately I'm just reaching the 1000 videos. Some of them are Turkish, some of them are Japanese, some of them are English. But also, meanwhile, I'm just suffering a lot because I'm just going to outside. Outside is very snowy and the weather is very cold, but I'm still at the outside. I'm just holding a microphone for what? Because I don't want to live in Turkey. I want to live in the secular country, which is the Japan, Germany, and other first-class nations. Mostly people are really expelled me from society. Nobody take cares about my point of views, and nobody is trying to be friends with me. Everybody in my city just looking at me in a fucking different way. I really get bored of this situation. I really get bored of getting expelled by the society. It is very cold. My hands are just getting snowy. Sometimes I'm doing that, like I'm just trying to getting out and trying to record videos. For what? For in order to go to the nightclubs, watch it, like making some match on the Tinder and doing a lot of sex with the girls, just working in the nightclubs and being a DJ. For what? I'm just recording videos. I want to get out from Turkey. We don't want it. We didn't choose our nation. That's the reason why we don't owe anything. Mostly I'm just scaring, just recording these videos, but nobody cares because I'm a third class citizen. I have always wanted to go to Chongqing, Shanghai, and other nightclubs. But nobody is helping. If you are not a girl, if you are a boy, the expectations are so different. If I had the chance, I would like to go to the work in the nightclubs and working in a DJ in the nightclubs. But what the fuck am I doing here? I am just recording YouTube videos and trying to be different. The outside is very cold. I really get bored of the station. If you are a Turkish, if you are born in Turkish, and most people are saying like it's okay, and mostly they don't care. But after the Iran, the Israel will going to attack the Turkey, and it's gonna be tough for us. But the other thing as well, I don't want to care because I'm not managing the country. The only I care is I want to get watch and want to change my location and country. I want to be location free. I have always wanted to live in abroad. I have always just watched a lot of influencers and they can go to another country easily. But meanwhile, I cannot because I am holding the Turkish passport, which is very, very less power. And that's the reason why I'm just complaining a lot. Whenever I checking the people, they can travel around the world without issue. But I'm just checking why we cannot change our countries. Because I didn't choose our country and I don't have to owe anything to my country. Mostly we are not deciding. For example, let's think about the situation of the America. The American people also killed 10 million locals. Like we are just calling them the red nation, not the red Kızılderili. I don't know, just you are saying something like that. And their ancestors come from different, and most of the American people come from the Europe. And when Trump Trump has a German heritage. So mostly, what the fuck are you doing in America? And they are saying America is for us. Mostly, when you are alone, I don't have any family and I don't have any backup to just continue and just working in life. There is really hard. If you were in burning as a British, you have more chance because you have the British passport and you are the first and the second class citizen. But if you are born in Turkey, life is really tough for you. You need to work from morning to night and you are gaining nothing. And nobody is complaining about the station. From the Ottoman Empire today, nothing changed. So most I'm complaining. Whenever I went to Japan, I really felt love. I also want to seek asylum, but it's not guaranteed they will just accept my asylum seeking. Even if you want to learn the other languages, you cannot jump and change your class. It's so hard. Why we cannot live in the secular countries? Aren't we a human being? We are just watching the people, watching the news. People are dying here. I'm just watching the people who are just going to clubs, just clubbing, enjoying in the Barcelona and other top class cities. We are just watching this kind of people life. Am I jealous of them? Am I of them? Exactly. Nobody wants to live in burning Turkey and just like, if you're asking my opinion, I want to get shot and get killed. It is more easy, just like suffering every day here. Nobody wants to just get suffer every day, like going to job, working 9 to 5. It's not fit with me. You can travel around the world and you can be a more traveler than a pilot. So people are suffering, and just whenever I'm watching the people who are the first class countries, like the imperialist countries, such as the America, these people living in the peaceful and they are going to clubs, they are enjoying with their lives while we are suffering. We are just watching some Muslim people here. The people here and believe in Islam. I don't care about their belief. It is for them. But the reason is I don't want to live with them. That's a two different option here. I don't want to live in Islamic countries. So it's just so hard for me just adapting with them, living with them. Even my ethnicity is coming from Bulgaria. But I'm living in Turkey by force. So life is very tough here. If you're asking my opinion, I want to say the something directly. I want to get shot in the Japan rather than just living in Turkey all my entire life. Most people are just asking why. I'm going to explain why. Is it better to live long, or is it better to live in what the life you want to expect? It is so different being alive and just living. There are two different things. I am just being alive rather than just living. Nobody wants to being alive for a long time and suffering. Most of the people are just going to commit suicide. For what? When you are work, you cannot travel, you can't get a girlfriend, and you can't get married. Mostly the marriage cost is so hard in Turkey, and I get both. I get fed up with the Turkish girls. I get fed up with the Turkey. I want to change my. I want to try to. I want to try my luck in the other countries. I don't want to live here. But is anyone caring? No, because you are Turkish. You are the third class citizen. Nobody cares about the Turks. That's the reason why we cannot change our citizenship. We cannot change our blood. What we can do? When I'm burning to this coming to this world, I'm just coming to this world with the Turkish or Iranian or the other. For example, think about the Yemen or other countries for the Middle Eastern. Nobody taking care about this kind of countries. And in the end, there are a bunch of wars are happening. Even in Iran, people like approximately 10,000 people have been passed away for just criticizing the government. They are just getting into the prison. Mostly, no one cares if you are just born in the first class country. I want to say you have a good luck, and you need to be peaceful, and you need to be graduate for the God. You have born in the Norway, Finland, and other first class nations. You guys are so lucky. If you're asking my opinion, I'm so happy for them. For you guys, you didn't just see any war, any economical issues, and something bad happened. But mostly here in Turkey, people are killing each other, and people saying like we need to show our respect to country. What the fuck is that? Everybody's killing each other here. The crime rates are really high. Nobody taking care of others. Everybody trying to leave the country, but nobody can achieve on it. And even just getting a visa is so hard. Nobody wants to give it a visa to Turks. We cannot change the situation. But mostly, what I'm just going to tell it, we didn't choose our destiny. And when you are thinking about the side of the Europe, are the Europeans are very better? No, because they also conquered Africa, and they also made slaves in Africa, and the African people don't like the Europeans or the Americans as well, because the Americans people are suffered a lot. The black people when they went to the fucking United States, but here nowadays American people giving the black people a lot of privilege, even they can work in the porn industries as well. If you're asking my opinion, they also need to give the privilege to Turkish people. I also want to work in the porn industry. It's so good. You can just date with any girl. You can go to be a DJ and you can travel around the world. Do you want to leave this fucking work in a fucking 9-5 job and trying to be famous on the internet, trying to be influencer? Nobody wants to live in a shitty conditions. Everybody want to be fucking influencer and just influence the fucking other people, and just going to nightclubs, just taking care of the health of girls, just hang out with the health of girls. Nobody wants to live in this fucking station, brother. Do you want to just work 9-5 and just committing your fucking ugly job and trying to get yelled by your fucking boss? Nobody wants to just live this shit for a long time. Like even the Nietzsche mentioned that, something like a Bengi circle. I don't want to repeat this action from morning to night and just getting the same conclusion as a stupid. Nothing has changed, brother. Like, I'm going to say the truth. Like, if you want to believe the system, you fucked up. And when you work from morning to night, just do the things correctly, nothing will happen. You cannot get married, you can't get a house, you cannot get a car. Even the government can just avoid and just can conquer your boss, your just the apartment in Turkey if you just say something bad to government. That's the reason why we want to be unique. And if you are asking my side to America, America is not a very peaceful or the democratic country. If you are just asking democracy, probably I will say that Taiwan or maybe Japan are the country is more democratic than the United States. But here the also issue is just happening here, and there are two classes in Japan: the Yakuza side and the normal class side. If you have born in the Yakuza, which is a very high level of class, you can do anything you want. It is even the potential of you are getting in the jail is less. But the other people who are the ordinary people need to work for the rich people. The system is same everywhere else, and I don't want to work for them. I want to create my own business and to be famous and to be unique. For what? For going to abroad and just changing my location and just travel around and just hanging out with us. Of course, nobody wants to live in a shitty life, just going to shitty job and shitty colleagues. Everybody wants to change their lives. Like, Nobody wants to just do the same job every day, every day, every day till they dead. Do you wanna just get your retirement salary? I'm going to say this word. If you wanna just focusing on your retirement salary, you fucked up, brother. Everybody have built their careers when they were 20s, and they are just getting pleasure by their retirement in their 30s. But I'm 26 years old. I need to work at least 20 years. It's a very fucked up. It's really shit. LMFA, ruffle. Nobody wants to just work 20 years for all their entire lives. Even if you're just thinking about the Turkish government, if you say something bad, they are just sent you to jail. And most people are here scaring from the government. Even the older Middle Eastern countries are same. If you just say something bad, the Iranian government, they are sending you to jail. Most people are scaring from the government, even in the Middle Eastern. Every time, they are just feel like living under the pressure. So mostly people want to change their country and location because they don't feel resonate here. If you're asking my opinion, do I want to just assemble or some like embrace the Turkish culture? Not, because the Turkish culture and my point of view are so different. Okay, for example, let's think about the Russian Mongolian people. Russian Mongolian people, are they think themselves as a Mongolian? No, they think themselves as a Russian. If you ask the Kazakh people, mostly they're going to just define themselves as a Russian rather than just being a Kazakh. Mostly the Kazakh culture has better advantages and has better dominancy rather than the Kazakh culture. That's the reason why they are preferring to give them a definition by the Russian concept. It's understandable. Nobody wants to live in third class countries. So the life is really hard for the people who are living under the pressure, who are in the labor class or the worker class. If you are living in this life in a very, very, very subordinate class, your life is really fucked up, and it is really hard to change your social classes. So mostly I'm just checking the internet. The internet gave a lot of freedom to the girls. If you are just open a fucking OnlyFans, you can be famous on the internet, you can travel around the world, and you can say that I'm a free woman, I'm just earning my own money. Whoever just gonna believe on it, brother. Nobody can believe on it. So mostly nobody can believe in it. Mostly people are just going to question themselves where I made a mistake in my life. The mistake is not about you. Maybe the mistake is about your environment. You know, if you are just trying to record YouTube videos and trying to build a career here, it's not going to be easy because you need to be flexible and you need to change your concept every day, every day, every day. Even you shouldn't do the clickbait. It's so tough. So the circle is continuing, and the views are so low in my channel. I'm just watching some other content creators, maybe the vloggers, maybe something like a podcaster. Let's, for example, give an example like the Emma podcast, Anything Goes with Emma. I was just watching her podcast for a long time. I just get really impressed from her, but she's concepts are so different. She's just sitting in a chair and talking from morning to night. Maybe she's British, like she's actually so different. Like, I'm sure. I want a bottle of water. I'm not sure. First, most of the England people just getting affected by the French people. That's the reason why the English just get evolved by the French terminology a lot. And there's a there are a bunch of similarities between the French and the England English. So maybe I would be explanatory something. I'm sorry if I couldn't explain clearly, but I hope you got what I mean, right? So here is like the credibility, leverage, visible, escape, velocity. Okay, whenever I'm just recording the YouTube videos, I feel myself under the pressure because before the upload, I think like my videos just need to get at least 1 million views in order to be famous on the internet and getting out of girlfriends. So it is really tough, brother. If you want to be famous on the internet, you fucked up. Because the competition is really fierce and you are getting into the competition. Everyone just fighting for a girl is so hard. Nobody's texted me till today. I have been lonely for a long time. So I'm just questioning about myself. What the fuck am I doing? I have been recording Turkish videos for a long time. But if you're asking my opinion, I don't want to record Turkish videos. Why? Because I don't like the Turkish audiences. Mostly, whenever I'm just recording the videos in Turkish, just people or giving a comment like your video is really shit, we don't like your videos, stop recording your videos, like that. If you get a lot of bad comments about your Turkish audience, probably you need to change your language. And I also want to create the content in English language only. Why? Let me explain you why. Mostly whenever I'm just creating the content in the Turkish languages, I really get bored of this community. They don't understand me. They are mostly just trying to make fun of with me. I really get bored of the situation. I'm just trying to give information to people and trying to record videos for Spinoza, for Foiba, And nobody gives a shit about it because mostly they don't have any time. They are working from morning to night in the fabric or another workplaces. So it's better to record the videos in English anymore because I feel myself very peaceful and very calm whenever I'm recording English videos because I don't feel myself Turkish at all. So here the question is, I'm just living in a cage here and I cannot change my country and location. That's really shit. Everybody should be capable of changing their location because I'm just supporting globalism. If you are a globalist, you can change your country and you can be famous, and it is so better. Mostly, whenever we are just trying to record videos and when we are just trying to compete with the other people, it's being so tough because I feel myself as an individual culture, like the European culture. For what? Because the European culture just give you a lot of flexibility and you can just be free rather than the Turkish conservative culture. I will just go to Japan for 20 days or for 1 month after I'm getting my yearly permission. So it will be better if I just find any chance. I will stay there rather than just working here. Okay, maybe you can get the 100k salary as a dollar base, or the if you're just your salary is passing the 30,000k in a maybe month, in a year, you can just call themselves a middle class or something like that's different. But the money isn't an important key factor here. Most of the people should need to get pleasure from their works. If you cannot get the pleasure, it is better not to work there. But here the question is arising again. Why I cannot get expect by the other cultures? I want to get into the another country's culture, for example, Poland and Germany, Japan, Canada, but nobody is hiring me. I'm just trying to record YouTube videos and nobody hearing my voice. It's so tough because I have always wanted to live in the secular countries, but it didn't happen. Mostly, you are not choosing one. If someone is choosing one, it's so better for them. They can go to anywhere else and they can be famous and people are going to respect them. But if you are not chosen, you need to stay here and just watch the other people's life. They are just have a better life quality and they are just showing off their visuals and their cultural elements. For example, they are living the best of their lives on Instagram. They have a luxury life and they have private jets and they are just traveling and they are partying, which I won't reach anytime. You know, the most people don't going to accept it, and people need to show it, and you need to respect what you have. Like the Spinoza mentioned that before. I was just lastly searching about the Spinoza. I have also recorded a video about Spinoza in Turkish language. Maybe you guys can watch it on the translate as an English. But the Spinoza says that we need to accept our fate. We need to accept our fate, destiny, and fatal. But I want against with that. Even the destiny is writing by the others. For example, if you have born in a poor family, mostly you cannot study medicine and you cannot study great amount of level knowledge departments such as the psychology. Maybe you can study psychology, but you cannot study engineering. Maybe you cannot study medicine because even in your childhood you wouldn't have any money to go to the private education, the private schools. That's the reason why you cannot compete with the people who are just attending the private schools. I have tried it before, just studying the math on my own, but it didn't happen because if you want to study math, probably you would have a chance to study math. From my childhood, I have always suffered nutrition. I couldn't get the exact nutrition. Whenever I'm just opening my fucking refrigerator, it was empty. Even my fucking schizophrenic mother, she doesn't have any logic in her mind. I'm just trying to take care of her. It's so shit. Even my father just left us maybe 25 years or 26 years ago. I'm 26 years. The life was so different for me and just living in the inflation. I also know that I'm also expecting that there are a bunch of other people who are like experiencing the same poor things and nobody's going to complain about the situation. I'm not comparing myself with the others. The one thing I'm going to mention that everybody is suffering differently, but some people suffering mentally and some people suffering physically. My suffer is physically, it can changeable. Okay, if you are just suffering mentally, it's hard to change your problem. But if you are just suffering physically, you can change your problem and you can change your affairs. I understand that even we are just competing with the other people, whenever I'm just creating my own business, just recording the fucking videos on the fucking YouTube and trying to be famous on the internet. Mostly I'm just giving a lot of soul to internet. I'm just trying to sell my soul to internet. If anybody likes my videos, probably I can get shared, and I can famous. I can be a fucking like something like a comedian, and I can try to be just exist like a joker, like the fucking people around the world, and someday the Batman will going to find me. Exactly. What's this? Because mostly we are creating the fucking different characters on the social media. And when you are just opening your fucking Instagram page, the fucking YouTube page, mostly you are just creating a character which you believe or not, but mostly this character can be different from your real persona. Mostly we are creating some personas on the internet, on the social media, and we are believing that we need to act like that. So it's not normal. It's something like an abnormal situation here. And everything is here extraordinary. Whenever I was just going to university, nobody were talking with me. Nobody was talking with me. I got used to the situation and I don't judge it. But mostly it's being so harder for me day by day. If you are living in a society which is Turkish culture, people are here expelling me and nobody's talking with me. It's understandable. Even I couldn't find any girlfriend. Just whenever I went to coffee here today, approximately 1 hour or 2 hours before, I was just watching the couples and they were enjoying, they were kissing each other, which I couldn't experience. Never. That's the reason why I'm complaining about my situation. Whenever I'm just seeing the people who are just kissing, who can just doing the sex, and I'm just here just recording the fucking videos. Whoever wanna just do the in my sight, nobody wants to defend me, nobody wants to just speak about me. Mostly we are the invisible sides of the society. Being invisible is so hard because nobody is going to come up and take care of you. Nobody will give you a hand. You need to do the things alone. And when you want to record videos, you need to do it alone. Just going to outside, like to something like a fucking park, and just watching your fucking camera and try to be hope. Try to be hopeful and just trying to hope. Just find the hope. If anyone helps you, you can get out abroad. And you can just live the rest of your life. If not, it's gonna be hard. Because living in Turkey is really tough. As I mentioned that before, there's the inflation crisis here. And the pressure of the society is so hard, and mostly people are believing Islam here. Even something like a deism idea can be figured out again. But mostly people think like they are believing Islam, but they are mostly believing in deism, as I mentioned. Mostly the government giving to that 95% of the Turkish people believing in the Islam, but it is really fake. If you're asking my opinion, nobody is believing Islam here. Mostly, like, how can I say, the societal pressure, the job pressure, the culture pressure, and the government pressure makes the people say that they are believing Islam, which is very incorrect. The data is mostly, generally, maybe the 70% or 75% are believing Islam. Maybe 70% of the people in Turkey believe in Islam. The other side, the deism side, is really high. But if you're asking my opinion, is deism logical? Not. Mostly theism is better than deism. Deism can be explanatory, and they can say that the deism, mostly the God created the world and he left us. Is deism logical here? Mostly I don't see, and I can understand it as a logically. But if you're asking my opinion, theism is better. If the God created us and if he left us behind of this world, and if he leave us alone here, mostly we would have been passed away already, and everybody would have killed each other for a long time ago. Mostly the God just sending us instructions like the probes, like the sacred books, and he trying to warn us before just we doing the crime, before our soul turn into the bad side, before our soul being dirty. And the dirty and the clean are the two important concepts here. If your body just get dirty, probably your soul can be get dirty as well. Mostly our ideas, like something like there's a concept in the Shintoism, whether the Shintoism is a correct religion or not. Maybe Shintoism is something like created and built by the Japanese, just in order to the sake of the Japanese empire. It's understandable, but in the end, nobody going against with that. In the Shintoism, even I don't believe it and I don't see it as a religion, even in Shintoism, people just say that there will be a kegare, which is just getting dirty, and there will be something like a, how can I say, getting cleaning, something like that. If you get the kegare, which is getting dirty, your soul can affect a lot. Meanwhile, if you want to just be clean, you need to understand and you need to find your light. just getting lightning. But another concept in the other religions, they are so different. Concepts are just happening here. Mostly the some religions, like think about the Manichaeism, the light and the darkness are just being a key factor, something like a yin yang here. And the other cultures like the Taoism, Confucianism, mostly these people just trying to create some moral structures like the golden rule, as the Kant mentioned that before. Maybe Kant, the homework, just like the mission moral. Maybe we can say it like the golden rule. If you don't want to get something to you, probably you shouldn't do something to others the same thing. If I couldn't explain you well, just let me think about it. If you don't want something to done you, probably you shouldn't do these things to others. Maybe it's a very logical and explanatory idea here. But if we turn back our topic, nobody is watching me, and therefore I feel myself very sad. If someone is watching me, just giving me like and subscription, probably I will have a chance just getting into the game. And I can create more content and people can love me, and then I can travel around the world. I can go to the Mongolia. I can be a full-time travel influencer. I can be a full-time content creator rather than just sitting here, just watching the fucking trees, watching the fucking camera, and just reading my ChatGPT notes. Nobody wants to live in this situation, brother. Like going to 9-5 job. Nobody wants to experience that. Everybody wants to be a travel influencer, travel around the world, just hang out with the chicks, like the, how can I say, like there are a bunch of content creators, right? They are saying that if I had a chance, probably I will also travel around the world, just hang out with the girls, but rather than just sitting here, just recording YouTube videos and being famous on the internet. Well, the situation is really tough. Just trying it, just trying. Even I lose, trying. Record. I really get bored of the situation, but I don't know whether I can just bring any solution to table or not, but just trying in order to just change my destiny. Thank you so much. If I just be choosable, I will change my destiny and I can go to the nightclubs. Thank you so much for listening until now. See you on next video. I hope this video just get watched maybe 1 million or the 20 million, and I have a chance to change my country and I can go to the nightclubs. Chongqing, Shanghai, Shinjuku, Roppongi, Kabukicho, Berlin, Sao Paulo, Rio. I can able to go to the nightclubs and hang out with the different girls. I hope I can success on it if you guys support me. Thank you so much. I hope this video get watched 10 million or the 30 million. I can be famous worldwide. Maybe my name and my photos, maybe my video can be published even the billboards like the V for Vendetta. Maybe the America billboards, the New York billboards, the Japan billboards, like the Kira, like the Ryuzaki. I would be very interesting and I would be famous worldwide, and I can do anything I want. I can go to any nightclub I want. I can be famous. I hope I can be famous because I want to go to nightclubs. Thank you so much. If I be famous, I will be happy because I want to go to the nightclubs. Thank you so much. See you on next video.